Okay, thank you for coming back. And so this is self-efficacy, and so as I mentioned, it is simple and easy and it's powerful, and but it's not easy for to maintain the high self-efficacy. It's not so easy. But now understanding the concept to believe in yourself that you can achieve your own goal and don't need to listen to other people. It's easy, but we are always impacted, influenced by the people around you. And in order to kind of have a higher self-efficacy, trust to yourself, higher trust to yourself, there is one simple and easy skill that we call self-talk. Self-talk is a conversation you make to yourself. But actually that is happening from yourself, and it's hard to stop a negative idea coming from your mind. However, there are ways to deal with that, and it's like this. There are many words coming in your mind. It is, somebody says it's 50,000, somebody says it's 100,000. It's nobody can count that, because it's also about not only about the conscious, but it's also about the unconscious, subconscious, which never you be able to count. But if you do some simple kind of a calculation, we understand that it's not like a 500 or 600. It's more than 10,000 or things happening in 24 hours. So the point is that we want to deal with this in a better way. And in order to do that, I kind of created the concept and kind of try to divide the self-talk in two. So one is the auto-generated, something coming, automatically generated, simple term. The other one is the implanting, the word that you want to implant to yourself. So probably you would have an idea of a self-talk, talking to yourself like an affirmation. That is kind of an implant self-talk, trying to plant that into yourself. The other thing is that auto-generated means that just coming out from your mind. So by kind of classifying those in these two, make a difference between them, I feel that it is much easier to deal with them. And also another concept is about conscious and unconscious. Conscious and unconscious. Conscious is of course the area that you can easily control, like your heart pressing or a kind of you breathing. Breathing may be in the middle, but you kind of unknowingly digest the foods or a kind of sometimes breathe. So that falls to the kind of miss unconscious doing that. But sometimes you can do consciously breathing. That is part of the Mr. Conscious. And the self-talk kind of auto-generated one comes from your unconscious, which has a power. And 90% or something more is that kind of thing. And you try to create your own self-talk that you want to use for yourself so that you'll be able to manage or lead yourself, guide yourself to an appropriate, desired way. So please remember that we have a difference between these two. And I've put this chart here, put this kind of picture here to explain how it is like. So this is just a glass of coffee. So it filled with black water, trying to show the kind of negative self-talks. And if you use a water tap and kind of loose it and the water drops into that, the water drop is a clear one, so eventually it becomes clear. Like over time, it will become like this and this and this. Yeah, so please, I'm a bit running, so please look at the video later on. And finally, it will become clean if you kind of provide sufficient volume of good self-talks. And once you reach to the clean one, even if you've kind of experienced a terrible thing, you'll be able to clean it up very quickly, right? So what you speak to yourself is very important. How to improve our self-talk, how to improve it. First, you need to recognize what is coming from yourself. What's coming from yourself? So as I mentioned, I'm coaching some kind of a professional sports player, and when there is a tough situation, the negative self-talk comes. He may miss this play or things like that. He feels or she feels that, I may miss or a gain or things like that. But you can push back with another prepared, a better self-talk, implant self-talk, and use them to make a change in your mind. No, I'm gonna do this. I believe that I can do this. This time I will. This time I am already doing. If you speak to yourself, which wins? Of course, the one you have created will win. And then your performance will be better. So this is the exercise that I want you to do with your paper. Next one. Now be silent. Please try to write down what comes to your mind now. It could be about self-efficacy or self-talk or goal, whatever that I have covered. Listen to yourself. Word, sentences, or a picture, whatever. Just jot down something. I think many of you recognize that many words floating around in your mind. And what is important is to pick up the words from your unconscious, shallow part of the unconscious. You'll be able to catch them and bring it to the conscious. The deeper one is hard for you to capture. Some of the words you can capture and realize that you are always thinking about many things unknowingly. We do not know what we are thinking in many cases because we are too busy with our life. Of course, who has an experience of meditating, you do this similar thing. But in one sense, we are meditating with a piece of paper in this case. Okay, then I would like to break the group in again so that you can discuss about what you think. Look at the screen, please. What you think after facing your self-talk. Facing is a word that I want to use. And I actually want to kind of make a different group, but because that takes some time, and I would like to keep on with the same group. So please try to discuss what you think after facing your self-talk. So now we've got only 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes left, and I know many of you have dinner or need to go back to work or you need to sleep, of course. Yeah, definitely need to sleep. And somebody that needs to, I will, okay. Thank you really for staying up. And it's gonna finish in 10 minutes. And so I hope, I know this is so short, and what I recommend, and what I do myself is that I try to take some time to face my self-talks. And it's literally like meditating. It's I don't need to sit down, I just can walk wherever I can do this. But it's gonna be a help in any occasion, even if you're at the office or even if you are doing some sports or even if somebody your kid's screaming and you listen to your self-talk, you kind of be able to calmly deal with this girl or boy. And it is also going to be a kind of a great building block for your future, because you can implant what you want to be in your mind. So if you speak to yourself, I am a great father, you will be a great father. If you speak to yourself, I am a kind lady, you will be a kind lady. I am an effective business person, you will be. Whatever you speak to yourself, your unconscious will accept that. But if you provide a negative word, I'm terrible, it means that I'm terrible. I hear many people speaking that I'm terrible at doing this, whatever. I'm terrible at cleaning up. Yeah, you are terrible. You're going to be terrible and terrible. You stay terrible. Even if you think that I'm not good at cleaning up, I'm good at cleaning up the room. If you talk to yourself, your unconscious will start understanding that. As a matter of fact, I don't cook. I'm not good at, actually, that's the truth. But I don't say I'm a terrible cook. I just say that I don't have enough time to do that. I'd love to someday. And I can't cook because my wife's food is too good. Like that. That's a self-talk that I can generate.